Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Is your computer blazingly slow? Does it take a minute and a half to turn on the computer? If you open your Google Chrome, is it taking 20-25 seconds to just open Google Chrome? Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we have the solutions for your problem. If you're also a student who would like to work on fairly large softwares like Android Studio, a good CAD software, or some kind of simulation software, is your computer being extremely slow? Is it not really usable? And most probably you are a student or a person who wouldn't have the extra budget to spend on a very new laptop. So today we are going to see a real proper solution for your problem at a very low cost. So first let us understand what is happening, why is your computer slow, and what you need to do to upgrade that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, these are the two items that we are going to be focusing in today's video. The first thing is the hard drive and the second thing is the RAM. These two will most probably be the bottlenecks for your system. So let us fix that and make your computer really fast. If you do the upgrades that we are going to tell in this video, your computer will turn on very quickly, probably within 10 to 15 seconds. And whenever you open something, for example, Google Chrome or any kind of software, that is going to start up very fast. So here are the two bottlenecks. The first thing is the hard disk drive. Now, this hard disk drive basically stores everything permanently in your system. So all the operating system, your C drive, and whatever it is being stored in this hard drive. So that is number one. This is a secondary storage. Now coming to primary storage, this is called as a RAM or random access memory. So this is one of the blazing fast memories, but this will be like 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB and so on. Whereas your hard disk drive will be like 500 GB, 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes and so on. Now this is very fast but with lesser memory. This is very slow with greater amounts of memory. So the bottleneck might be either this does not have enough memory or this might not have enough speed. So these two are the bottlenecks that we have to fix. So first step is we have to check if we have enough RAM. Essentially, RAM is a volatile storage, meaning if you cut off the power to the RAM, whatever data is in over here is gonna get erased. What if the power goes off, the data will get erased? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Then what is the use of the RAM, sir? The answer is very simple. So what happens is your processor, your CPU, that is extremely fast, whereas this one, the hard drive, that is very slow. So the hard drive cannot handle the speed of your processor. So what happens is this RAM takes in all the information from the hard drive, and this is a fast memory, right? So this is going to interact with the CPU. Therefore the CPU will have a faster memory to access with and your programs will run fine. Why does it take a long time when you turn on your computer to boot up? Or why does it take a long time to open the Google Chrome? So ladies and gentlemen, let us understand what is happening over here. So Google Chrome or even your Windows is being stored in this hard drive at the moment. So whenever that is being loaded, for example, if you're turning on the Windows or you're even opening your Google Chrome, so what happens is all the data in here that gets transferred to this RAM. So that's why if this hard drive is very slow, then the data will go very slowly to the RAM, and hence it will take a lot of time for your computer to open that up. So this is one of the major bottlenecks almost all of the people are facing today. On the other hand, your RAM might be small. This is a 4 GB. An operating system like Windows almost takes up 4 GB for even the Windows to run. So this RAM is already full. Then what will happen if you need to launch a big program like a simulation software or probably even Android Studio? What will happen if you're trying to launch that? Okay, this is why your computer becomes very slow. Almost, we call it as hanging. The computer hangs, we say. So that's happening right now. What happens is this RAM does not have enough memory. When this RAM becomes full, what happens is the hard drive is used as well. The RAM is already full and overflowing. There is no space to run something in RAM. So what happens is it eventually moves that data into the hard drive. And for the processor to access from the hard drive, it is taking a lot of time. That is why your computer is slowing down. So what are the two reasons? One is you might not have enough RAM. And the second reason is your hard drive is physically spinning and it is really slow. It might have a response time of 1 second to 1.5 seconds. Okay, so now we have seen what the problems are. So how can we fix these problems? Is there a solution for our problems? Yes. So first thing is, if you're just having 4 gigabytes of RAM, we need to upgrade our RAM. Your laptop probably has one more slot, so you can just simply insert another RAM so that your 4 GB will become 8 GB and you'll have plenty of space. If you're already running 8 GB, that is more than enough to run most of the programs. However, if it is not enough, kindly upgrade your RAM and you will have higher memory. Now, how would you find out if you have enough RAM or not? It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you're using Windows, kindly open up Task Manager, and in Task Manager see the memory usage. If your memory is like 90 or 95% full already, then it means that you need to upgrade your RAM, and RAM is the bottleneck for your computer. Now if you do that, that is going to fix the issue. Now for most people, this might be the primary issue. If you fix that, you won't have the hanging issues anymore. But still your Windows might take 1.5 minutes to load up. Your Google Chrome will take a lot of time to load up. To solve that issue, what we need to do is, let's keep the RAM aside and let's solve the secondary storage issue right now. So we have a hard drive, a physically spinning hard drive that is very slow. So what we need to do is we need to replace the hard drive or add an SSD. So what is an SSD? It is called as a solid state drive. Now what is the difference between a physical hard drive and a physical solid state drive? Inside this we have a spinning disk. Now look at this. This is the motor. This motor is going to spin up the disk and a head is going to read from the disk, and that's why it is very slow. But look at this solid state drive. It does not have anything like that inside. It is just basically chips, and all of that is electronic, no physically moving drives at all, meaning these could last longer. These are blazingly fast when compared to these, and these are also lightweight. Did you know that the hard drive is actually full? Every bit of space is used inside almost. But here, the solid state drive, only this much of space is used. All of these is empty space. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, if you open most of solid state drives and see, the chip will be this small. Then why do we have a bigger enclosure? Because we need to accommodate a new hard drive in the old hard drive's place, and hence we have a very similar form factor, basically identical. Alright, so then you will understand why we need to upgrade the hard drive to an SSD. Now how big is the speed gain? Normally a hard drive performs around 70 to 80 megabytes per second transfer, and the solid state transfers from around 500 gigabytes. Yep, in solid state drives we have a lot of types. Even the basic one performs so well, around 500 megabytes per second. That is more than enough, ladies and gentlemen. So if you install this and turn on your computer will be very fast. It probably might boot under 10 or 15 seconds, whereas your old hard drive would take around 1.5 minutes. You might think, okay, this hard drive works around 70 to 80 megabytes per second. This one is just 500. We are not having that much gains. If you are thinking about that, ladies and gentlemen, we saw the transfer speeds, but there's also something called as response time. So when we do something, this hard drive might take around 1 to 1.5 seconds to respond and to get everything. But that's going to do it in microseconds. This is extremely fast. So that's where most of the time savings happen. Hence, if you put away this hard drive and install this solid state drive, it's going to be extremely faster. Speaking about cost, probably a 4 gigabyte RAM might cost around rupees 3,000, and a solid state drive 256 gigabytes might cost around 2,500. So you can upgrade your system and make it very fast for less than 6,000 rupees in most cases. Now ladies and gentlemen, you might think that you are having a 1 terabyte hard drive and this SSD is just 256 GB. That is not enough for me. What can I do? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, most probably if you're having a very slow laptop, it means that you might be having an older one, meaning you will have a CD drive. Am I right? You will have a DVD drive. So when you click the button, it'll pop up and you can load a CD or DVD and read it. Am I right? So in that case, what you can do is you have an adapter for this SSD. So what we can do in that case is we can replace the CD drive with another SSD, meaning that your CD drive will be gone, you'll be having an additional SSD. Yes, your old hard drive will still remain and can hold your movies and all of the huge files. That is completely fine. But the operating system is going to run on the SSD, meaning your Windows will be in this SSD, and this is going to transfer all the data to your RAM so that your computer will boot up very, very fast. And the programs are also going to run very fast. Now what you need to notice, if you're going to install any large softwares like something, if you're going to install them in your hard drive, it is still going to take up a lot of time. So you have to make sure that you put it in your C drive in this SSD, so that is going to be blazingly fast. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to see how to upgrade your hard drive to an SSD in a physical laptop, we have the video linked down in the description. So you can do that, go to that video, watch it so you'll know exactly how to replace your hard drive. Yes, you don't need a technician to do it. You can do it on your own. It is fairly straightforward and simple. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day. Catch you up in the next video.